Hello, everybody. This is Henning Schmidt and
Kevin Monsieur.
calling from Ghent in beautiful Belgium. And Ghent is arguably a very beautiful part of Belgium, too. We're here at the Galluccio Cup 2019, the European Men's Lacrosse and Women's Lacrosse Club Championships. And we're in for a treat today. We're having Hampstead Lacrosse Club from London against the team from Oslo. From Norway. Norway, one of the youngest nations in terms of lacrosse development in Europe, but one of the more successful ones. Their men's national team has achieved notoriety in European lacrosse with their brand of athletic and no-nonsense lacrosse. And Oslo very much represents this. They face today Hampstead Lacrosse Club, a team full of internationals, Division 1 alumni, and others. And to name three is 22, Will Hardy played for England. 24, Will Pickett played for Australia, was all-world selection. 61, Zach Guy was a Terrarathon Award candidate in his college days. And 42, Brian Potter played NLL, MLL, and has a fairly strong record as a close finisher. The key to the game is going to be here who can hold on to the ball and who can produce in what promises to be a very physical and entertaining game. We're going to play 4 by 12 minutes. In the last 2 minutes of the game are stopping clock. Before that, it takes a timeout of the referee to stop the clock. And the two teams here are, to our knowledge, both with a perfect record so far. And we'll have to see what we see next. So, Kevin, what do you think is going to happen today?
I'm going to be honest, Henning. It's been a while since I followed European club
How does
championships.
how does it feel to fall off the wagon?
Well, it feels like I'm a dumb person right now, but traditionally, it's always been English teams who reign supreme. Now you mentioned, yeah, Oslo being a very athletic team. Next to Oslo, like the Norwegian teams next to them. Who do you think are the other nations or like the domestic competitions that are really
I,
making big steps forward?
in terms of domestic competition, I think Germany and Belgium show the right sort of structure with divisions, a large number of games, plenty of opportunity to play, unlimited need to travel. In the UK, you have a whole completely different league. London alone has like some 50 teams. And yeah, I mean, as you rightly point out, I think it's rare that an English team does not win it. However, Oslo has been ranked second in 2016 and 2017, so by no means is this a pushover. And let's just see what happens. So the Oslo Fogo didn't have, and the Japanese Fogo goes there, scrambled for the ground ball, 50-50, nice physical play. Can't quite control it just yet. Will pick it on the ball, controls it, and how much is it? Yard sale. And this is exactly the sort of physicality we talked about. So it's still not awarded. It is still not in possession. And Oslo just will pick it once again. Stripped twice. I think he might have to buy a round later today. And it is an Oslo ball. So you do not want to get manhandled by Oslo. It is a big team. 61 following the ball. And they can all play. They can all throw and catch. Uh, one of the things that's worthwhile looking at for he was tight on the line there. Lucky he got away with that one. So and here we go for Oslo looking to cycle the ball one more time. Move the screen, please. I can't see anything.
That's a dangerous ball right in the middle of the field.
Yep, that spells trouble. Oh, and this time he gets pushed. That's in possession. That's a 30-second penalty. No free clear, but it should be a push in possession. Technical 30 seconds. Will Pickett definitely not the kind of person you want to be too physical with. Because an all-world player definitely knows what it takes to play tough. This guy has played against every single top team in the world repeatedly. 61's that guy on the ball. Ball to Will Hardy. EM opportunity.
First save of the game by the Oslo goalie.
And the Oslo goalie has the first save of the game. One of the things that's worthwhile looking at is that Oslo looks like they're evenly sized, but don't be misled. That just means they're all huge. So here we go. Five man box rotating. Look for 42. Looking for a finish up close. If he gets the ball inside, it's in. 61 moving. 42 is.
That's a beautiful save down low.
Oh,
That is very
save and
unfortunate.
unlucky bounce back in. 1-0 Hampstead. So Oslo will have to tread the line between being physical and drawing fouls. You've seen what happens if you give Hampstead the ball. They will be able to do something with it. And we'll just have to operate a little bit more on the right mix of caution and aggressiveness. So
As a goalie, that's always a tough one to swallow. Beautiful save, and then you
but
have to forget it
you
immediately.
made the save.
Yeah, you have to forget it immediately, but it stings for a few seconds. I can tell you that.
It's a physical game. Physical game. One-handed monster check, and it works. Miracle check for the first time in forever. 22 will not give up the ball, and now it's Will Hardy. He's used to a lot worse than that. Plays for England, one of the blue group teams in the world. Ball is on the back right. Will Hardy on the ball. It's that guy. And out to Jack Kreidler. Jack Kreidler on the ball. It's that guy with the screen.
Beat his man.
Beat his man. Nice look. 16 cannot process it. And that's a sort of aggressive play you will see from Oslo. They will go after it, but that's not the shooter you want to leave on his own. And the tournament just became a €50 more expensive because we've lost another lacrosse ball. The Velcro you can hear moving around is our technical support, making sure that we're full view of this rather intense game. 19 rolls and shoots inside, backed up by 16. Hampstead still in possession, and they need another ball. This better not be a habit, otherwise this could be an expensive tournament to run on this end. 22 on the ball. Will Hardy looking to dodge, splits right to left, offload to the wing, recycle up. If a long pole touches it, it's over and back. It's advantage. Oh, black offside. Okay, well, it could have been over and back or offside, but the outcome is the same. Oslo has the ball. So thing to look out now for Oslo is no dumb little mistakes anymore. If you get stuck now, and you hear it from the bench, the magical word in lacrosse, possession. Because if you have the ball, who doesn't have it? The bad guys. When the bad guys don't have the ball, they can't score, and this is exactly what good defense looks like. So, Hampstead, drive from behind goal, 22, looking for the drive, step down shot, good stop from Brian Vandenbosch. Immediate clear to 3, goes to the center of the field. He has pace, but no numbers. 3 keeps going. And you're here, slow it. And there is a flag down, and the ball is down, and 3 black. Made a mistake, went too much. Apparently he disapproves of what happened on his hand, but yeah, little shippy play there on the way out. That's entirely unnecessary, but it's worthwhile noting that 3 adds to the penalty time by slowing his way down. It only starts when he sits, and he has added comfortably 5 seconds to this, and he's still not sat down, and now the penalty runs. So I hope his hand is okay. He's still looking at it, so he's not just upset. He might actually be hurt. Let's hope he's okay. 18 on the ball. Oslo know how to move the ball. They know how. They're well coached. They've got Sean Gibson playing for them. That was good bit of physical defense, but he'll soak that all day. Here comes the shot. And it's a black ball. Good backup. Cleverly backed up by Black. And here we go. Van and Boscher on the slow clear. that's too easy. That shouldn't be that easy a look because once he has the ball under control, he can draw the double and he'll move around people quite comfortably. Oh ho ho! And he did not see that long pull, and they're gonna go out going after him.
He felt a little bit too comfortable there, Henning.
Well, someone said weight room in the back row. I heard. Don't know who was that guy. It wasn't very nice. But he misjudged. Oh, that's all chippy from Hampstead. You need to ask yourself if physicality, like Oslo just displayed it there with an outcome, is great. If all you do is swing the stick and draw the ire of the referee, that's 13. Oh, that's a nice double there on the ball. 50-50 ground ball, and nah, you're not gonna strip him there. Oh yes, you are actually. That's a third yard sale of the
And
day.
the goalie's out of the gate.
And it's not there. So the element that we talked about earlier was physicality and the extent to which Oslo would be in the position to out-athlete Hampstead. They're achieving to do that. They have to do it for 48 minutes. Do you care for a bet, Kevin?
I'm not a betting man, but if I were, I would say it's a difficult one. I mean,
That's why I'm asking.
pregame, you did talk about the
Hey,
physicality, and
my house sits on this.
your house sits on this. Oh, goodness gracious. No, like I said earlier before the game started, it's been a while since I've been involved in lacrosse, and basically after the World Championships in Denver,
Yeah.
kind of lost track on the Belgian League, the European Championships.
Yeah.
So I'm very pleasantly surprised there's actually teams now like Oslo's showing that can measure up with what we used to be the undisputed number ones. I do feel like Oslo's game is a little bit more sloppy at this point,
Yeah,
a little more bad passes.
that's precisely it.
And I
If
feel that might haunt them
but,
later on in the game.
yeah, just whether if I think if Oslo manages to possess plus 50%, they will be able to get somewhere. That was a lovely little backhanded shot. Step down and rip it. Wow, that hurt. 51 very badly wanted that ball, but Oslo got them personnel on board. Hampstead, one of the things that Hampstead is really good at is lacrosse IQ. They absolutely know precisely how to play. And the first thing you want to do after that kind of sequence here is half the ball. Don't have to do that much else. You just have to half the ball. So 61. 2-minute warning in the quarter. So if Hampstead know what to do, they will just basically hold on to the ball until the final shot and make sure that Oslo doesn't break the seal for the first quarter. Big psychological impact. If you can't score in the first quarter, that much harder. Already seen 12. That's Thomas Scarlizet looking guy that put. And it's these situations. If Oslo now manages a goal, if they manage a goal, psychologically they're up by 5. 19 in black. They're wise not to pull through on the check. If they had, that would have been a penalty. Based on how the referees have called it so far, they will not let this go anywhere easily. But one of the things to ask is, what are the 3 priorities of refereeing? Their safety,
Safety.
and safety.
There we
Exactly. So if you run up on someone with a stick in one hand wound up, you're kind of asking for a foul. So Oslo, slightly sloppy play, but recovered. 22 behind goal. And Hampstead look for the one-on-one, dislodge the ball, but he has it boxed out, almost out of bounds, but still not. Recovered pass, comes off the screen, clean screen play, moves around, good adjustment by Hampstead. Hard checks thrown, but still no move. 22 still carrying, and he is slow to get up. That might be exhaustion or hurt, but Hampstead certainly want to play the physical game, and Oslo offer it to them. So, little time. Potter on the ball. things Hampstead have achieved this quarter. Score goal. That's one more than Oslo have. But apart from that, anyone's game. Anyone's game. Oslo certainly had more defensive plays, and certainly the unseating of the stick of several players, like three complete strips. Uh, Hampstead certainly also play rather physical. So Oslo need to possess the ball though. Like the one thing I have to say is they need to find a way to possess the ball and make Hampstead come to them and play physical defense and hold on to the ball. If they can manage to withstand the defensive onslaught of Hampstead and wear it, draw the odd foul, and crucially do not give away a turnover, then Hampstead are in trouble.
Definitely.
But if Hampstead get their hand on the ball, it's a long day. There's too many good players on that team that want and can play, and they're hyped up. They're here to win something. It's their fifth title they want to win this year. They won the regional league, the Southern English League, and the regional cup and the Southern Cup. Team is heavily supported by Dennis Tobin, the man in the red hat, who really commits time and effort and also own resource into running this highly successful team. It's also one of the oldest lacrosse clubs. Hampstead is established in 1882, so put your thinking caps on and tell me how many years that is, and the answer is a lot. So it's at least 1.5 average human lifetimes. That's how long these guys have played lacrosse in all kinds of formations and depth and density. I personally have played in the South English world of lacrosse for about a decade, and Hampstead were almost always with one year as an exception, a strong side not to forget about. So here we go. We'll pick it on the wing. He's the infamous do-it-all midfielder that just has the capability to score often. He will see. Clean win off the pop. Read it nice. And good check. Good check. Did everything right, but do we like the decision to force feed the crease in any offensive play? No, we do not, sir. We do not. If you do not want to, if you want to hold the ball at 1-0 second quarter, it's a high risk, high return play to move to the crease. An effortless clear by Oslo. So here we go. Possession time. It's 12:48 local. Let's see how long it lasts for them to hold on to this ball. 18 carrying. Going to goal. Gets an angle and takes the shot. Still counts as a possession.
And Henning, good news, we didn't lose the lacrosse ball.
And it's fence 2, teams 1. So we're looking better than before in terms of the operating cost. Luckily, we will not run out of lacrosse balls here. But have you ever been in a game where you were out of lacrosse balls?
I've been in a few games where it was really, really close. Where we actually had to take a couple minutes break to find a couple of lacrosse balls to make sure we could finish the game.
I've had that. I mean, that's a hard check, but it won't step down shot.
Oh,
That's beautiful. That is a beautiful little look right there. And the more concerning thing is that there was a slide to the ball, and Oslo soaked it and moved it anyways. And that is the sort of thing that you have to consider. So assist 0.
They did a pretty good job in the first quarter to have the possession of the ball. I mean, possession wasn't really on Hampstead's part. This is the first time they really have a nice look at the goal, and it's immediately 1-1.
So this is the next battle to find a solution. If he wins another clean pinch and pop, you may want to think about just putting a big stick on him and making him hurt. But no, you won this one. Oh, you crafty little man. That was a good little play. There was a time when that was frowned upon. That time is over because you have the ball. And here we go, 44. Oh, and are we looking at an offside here? I'm not so sure. Oh, so for rule advisory, about a year ago, this would have been an offside because there were only 2 defenders back, but the referees are now advised to count from the offensive end first. So you have more time to make up the numbers, and as long as there's no advantage, it's not a problem. So 2 years ago, White would have lost the ball here, but that is 2 years ago and not now. So here we go. 18 again, looking to shoot. Oh, double pipe. And it is good. It is good. And 13 is not happy. He needs to watch out what he says. 13 needs to walk away right now, or it'll be a very difficult time. One more word. I'm confident that taking your helmet off is not a good move. The main thing here to consider is the lead referee, the guy that is on the level of the goal line extended. His first and foremost priority is off the safety, of course, because we have established that, is to look at the pane formed by the posts and the crossbar, and from there to assess whether the ball has crossed it or not. So he has ultimately significantly better, and this is not the sort of face of play that Hampstead wants. This is scrappy, this is 50-50, and Oslo thrive on this. They love physicality. 44, look at how he moves the ball, and the Poule gets a nice handle. The Poule's gonna. That is another athletic play. Hampstead slightly slow to respond and adjust, but they have the numbers down, and now Oslo need to possess. So it's 12:51, 3 minutes since we last looked on the clock, and Hampstead didn't have terribly much of the ball. This has to continue. That's a good shot, and the long pole. Great job by the long pole here. So 18 running upfield, 33 squaring out. Party splitting. Here comes a shot, and which way does it go?
There's no backup heading. Oslo regains possession of the ball.
Aye, no backup. That used to be 50 push-ups in my team. But then we could all do really good push-ups, but still not score. So we just stopped doing push-ups.
I mean, so far heading in the second quarter, there's been no sign of Hampstead. It's been all Oslo.
Yeah, the trick is to keep it that way. This is like one of those beat 'em up video games where if the opponent gets one combo on you, you're dead in the water. So the key to surviving is don't let them have the combo.
Don't let them have the combo, yeah.
And that means here having the ball. So nice and slow.
That is a laser shot.
With a rip and a half. Far side corner. Brian Vandenbosch never saw that ball. 13 still has his helmet up and wants to see what's going on. And Bradley, Zach, and others need to talk. I think the problem that they're facing is that Hampstead are too tight. They're too tight in the center, and they do not give their goalie enough time to see the ball where it's coming from. And Oslo shoot faster than anyone else they've seen so far. So split at the face-off for now. Oh, goes the other way. And again, that could become a free ball. That's unless the Oslo pole is there, but can't quite handle it. Off a black. Illegal procedure call. Ball goes white. And then first you lose, and then it doesn't go your way, huh? So the main thing that Hampstead want to keep in mind is that these referees will not listen to you complaining. They will eventually just give you 60 seconds to calm your temper. And against Oslo, that might be a goal.
Exactly. Very experienced referee crews here at the KGC.
Yeah. Let's see what Oslo does. So they've done well with the outside shot from the goalie's left-hand side or our right side. The first thing they do neatly here is, and look at the average passing distance now consider. So their force will pick it out already. Will Hardy further out now at the restrainer. Defense starts at the restrainer, and the right reaction is made. They look to dodge from here, and he's all left, and that is in the back, but he gets away with that. So 84 on the ball, and the referees let them play by all means. So that is beginning to border on the slash, but they let that happen too. So, but Oslo is clinical right now. There is hardly any stopping them. And yeah. Oh. Nice little nifty play. So the thing is, it's 12:55 now. How much have we seen of Hampstead? For Hampstead's purpose, not enough. And all this possession time is eating on their fitness, doesn't it? Because yes, they have the big bench. Now there is a stall. Oh, good save.
Goalie lost the ball there for a second.
Yeah. Goalie wasn't quite sure where it was, but got it. 24. Will Pickett carrying the ball over. Hampstead needed possession. And there you go. That's what happens when you've played the World Cup a bunch of times. And Will Pickett makes the right choice. Gets the time on. Oslo sits on a sea of momentum right now. And the only way to stop those Vikings from marauding is to just stop the game for a little bit. Worst case scenario would have been right now a fast unnecessary turnover, turning the ball over to White, and they would have sat on the ball one more time for a whole bunch of minutes. And crucially, it's a 2-goal margin. It's nothing. For Hampstead, it's 20 seconds of play, if that. So we do not need to despair if you support the Hampstead Lacrosse Club. And you do not need to despair if you support Oslo. However, you do need to make sure that you appreciate the goal margin. And if Oslo keeps doing what they're doing, it'll be a very long day. Because that's flawless on offense. And the thing that does bother me right now is that there are 2 big sticks and the goalie by themselves, and the rest is over here. Well, let's see. 13 wants another word with the referees. And I'm not so sure he's going to live with that. Oh, he just wanted water. Well, that's very nice. Oh, they actually get along.
For now, Henning. For now.
For now. Did you see that advert with the soccer referee with a sweating towel?
I haven't, no.
Oh, it's just hysterical. He waves someone over after a bad tackle, and he's like, "Oh, you can't card me, mouth is off," and then he just takes out a little towel and dips the sweat off his head.
Let's see what Hampstead can do after this timeout.
Yeah, so Hampstead, best time. So here comes Dodge. It's going to split left to right. Oh, there we go. Recycle. That's already fit. Step to the shot. No. And Oslo want a piece of the ball. They will not stop going after it. Will Pickett on the ball. He has a good inside roll. Nice cycle back. And that's a clever little play by Oslo, because the new over and back rule means that you can't throw it back like that, and they now have the ball. So there is a German word for this, Super-GAU. It means GAU stands for GAU. It means größte anzunehmende Unfall. It refers to the biggest or worst to expect accident, and we're looking at that right now from a Hampstead angle. You took a timeout, you made two smallish dodges, and then you throw the ball away, and it was one of your best players. So certainly the cage is rattled. Whether that Bosch earned his money right there. That was a good little save. But hey, that is another 50-50. The turf monster was here. Well, Black touched it unwisely. And it goes
over and back. Hampstead get another chance.
But Black relieved the over and back on, because it was a Black stake pushing it back, so they're lucky they got away with that. So here we go. Party on the ball. We'll pick it one more time. Don't forget, Hampstead is running at about 30% of what they can do. The moment they dial up their efficiency, this is a different ballgame. So, Hampstead. Here we go. There's a guy pushed over, and the goalie ate that one. Nice little grab. Looking to clear, going to the right side. Pressure from Hampstead. But all these Poles are decent ball handlers, so nice redirect pass to the far side, forcing the next pass. And it's a second mishandle, but they get away with that one too. It's a free clear, and it appears we have an unnecessary roughness call, if I saw that correctly. I couldn't quite see it because our cameraman is yet not invisible. I've been working on that. I've been told that he has to put his Speedos on in this weather now too, so his big jumper is not in the way. last minute and a half. Oslo will want to finish with a shot. Get a minute, man up. They have every opportunity to work their way through this. Nice recycle. Here comes the shot. And Van den Bosch with a nice low save one more time. He's really dialed into his game. He gave up 3, but he's saved another easily 3 very good shots.
What do you think here, Henning?
I think
A shot that early in the penalty.
Oh, look at that defensive play. And that's over and back. No, over and back. No, over and back. Nice. Yes, across the subway. So Oslo should have read that play a little bit better. They were seems to have banked on the over and back. So one for Hampstead. 16 keen to go. Denied. 61 on the ball. Even. Bench calls for the shot. And Oslo are up for punch up. Oslo are ready to go. As far as they're concerned, the way they look right now, the way they move, they could just get a gulp of water, turn around in 5 seconds, and move around. Hampstead on the other side. Let's just say I'd use my 5 minutes of break very wisely. Preferably forget about the second quarter.
Yeah.
I think that's one where we're just going to conclude that we're not doing that again. If you're the part of Hampstead.
There's one thing to agree on it, Henning. There's another thing to actually change it. Because
Well,
in the second quarter, I mean, after those offensive sequences, playing that physical defense, it's really hard. And as a defense, when you finally clear the ball and the offense carelessly turns it back over.
Well, worst of all, it was a guy that played defense the whole time and then didn't sub off. So
Exactly.
and Will is normally not the guy to throw the ball away. I've seen that guy play for years, and I rarely see him make any mistakes. I'm a bit baffled by how Hampstead are not tapping into their potential. Their goalie Brian Van den Bosch showed us a little bit of what's in the tank, and that was quite impressive because those were strong shots on him. And the moment they're not quite exactly in the corner and not off a screen or something, it's just all the same. So Van den Bosch runs around a 50% plus saving quota right now. The Oslo keeper, by the way, also plays out of his skin, as they say in the UK, with that little bit of daylight robbery on a cross crease pass there, and said, "Now that has my name on it." That was not because if he's missing that move, it's definitely a goal.
Exactly. He's chasing the ball and he doesn't know where it is.
So yeah, here we are in a world full of let's say unseasonably cold weather. We had a very warm summer, as you're all aware, so it'd be nice to continue with that, but not so sure whether we can see that. Whether we have any comments. Okay, so we had one web commentary about the volume of the audience. So if you could leave in the YouTube chat a short note as to whether you can hear us better or worse, that'd be great. We've boosted it to the levels that seem more helpful. It is a bit windy and it is a bit wet, so maybe that doesn't help. But if you can just quickly leave a commentary in there, that would be good. You can just tag at Ghent Lacrosse and see. So. Very sorry, Frederick, that we only saw that just yet. But if you could leave a commentary, and then the moment the game goes into the next quarter, we'll have another look. So Hampstead 1, Oslo 3. Oslo raring to go. Deep roster here with the team that has almost gone all the way. Torcrew Titans showed that it can be done. That it doesn't always have to be England.
Yeah. I remember reading about Finland topping England.
Yeah, there were news in England as well, but we're not going to discuss the tenor of that.
News quickly forgotten.
No, I think they lingered for a fair bit, but every time something changes in that direction, you ask some serious questions,
Yeah.
don't you? So, and clean face-off win by Hampstead. And Hampstead this time more clinical on the ball, Pickett on the ball, and personnel change happening. Oslo match it once, not twice. That means their long pole midi stays on. They're not moving that big checks on 61 Black, but he doesn't really mind, and he would like a flag from the referee, but the referee doesn't. Here's a nice little shot finish, and that first hitch move left the keeper out of position, and then the offload 219 resulted in a clean shot to them. The trick for Oslo is to play as if Hampstead doesn't exist and only needs to be beaten. If they get involved with Hampstead in a who's more hype match, Hampstead have the potential to score at any point, as we've just seen. And this is a crucial face-off. Last half, face-off domination helped in securing the ball. And this is 2 for 2 this half, so this is bad. The ball's out, and now it's a 50-50. Still a 50-50. Ball's in front of him. And crafty little play. Ball's down. Unlucky. Still a 50-50. Looking to flee. 52 Black on the ball. Hard check there. Well, Hampstead are up for it. Hampstead are definitely up for a punch up now. Here comes the next shot. No, fake. Fake sold. Oh, and he drew that flag. That was a crafty little play. Oh, that could go wrong. Oh, and 61 is definitely making things worse for himself right now because he had all the upside, and now he's going to likely sit as well if it doesn't go his way. Let's see what the referees decide. He will. There were two flags in the air. He's still arguing. Realistically, at worst, this is a 30-second hold and a personal on him. That would be the worst case scenario. A likely scenario is 90 seconds for Oslo, and oh, is that it? They're letting him go? Let's just see. Hold, technical, 30 seconds. Tripping, 1 minute. So 90 seconds, man down for Oslo, and 61 walks. There you go. That's the best case scenario on this call for the English side. Crunch time for Oslo's. Oslo's defense needs to watch out for 42 on the crease for 24 high side shooter. They've got 3 shooters high across, all of which can finish, and they can move the ball. Fast shot, and that is not the way you want to deal with this. And this is actually a clever play, because you now let the attack have a go at this. The defense can rotate through. They bring a fourth long pole on, and they're waiting for the referee. By walking on, he makes everything last longer, and all this kills time. So that's a solid 20 seconds of not progressing the ball upfield. 2 attackers stay down low. They're in a 1-2 ride. Ball comes up on the right side, and all that's time lost. So we're now at, what, 50 seconds into the penalty at a push? So one more time, back to where we were. This is the most potent offense in this tournament. Moving the ball neatly. 42 is still on the crease. Look at the pick off 42. 42 still looking angry. Ball moves on the perimeter. 42 still there. Oh, he gets away with that one. If he has a bit of bad luck, he gets called for illegal. 42 should have gotten the ball there. That would have been the goal. 61, Oslo ready. Watch out for when the player comes back. When the player comes back, that causes confusion and often creates the goal. So just because it's even doesn't mean that it's an easy goal. But there you go, 42. The second he was open, it's a goal. And here we are. So Hampstead have found a way to become more effective, and immediately we're looking at a 3-all scoreline, and all the hard work that Oslo did is undone. We're back to where we were a half time ago. Kevin, you made a clear point earlier. If you uh, if you win or lose this game, as long as you go to the group stages, it's not that much of a problem, is it?
Well, it's not, but I mean, this very well could have been a final. So it's I think the team that wins this one is gonna have a serious advantage going through the bracket stage. The mental victory, and it's like you said. I mean, first half, what was the percentage you put on it on Hempstead? 30% of what they could show. I mean, after halftime, they came out with poise. They came out with a purpose that I mean, it seems they were missing or lacking in the first half, and it only took what half a quarter to tie everything up, and we haven't seen anything from Oslo except from some defense.
Yeah, I'd be with you on that. So Felix Cat was asking the question why Oslo were this strong, and I'll give an answer, and then I'll ask Kevin to give an answer to that question as well. I think the first thing is that Oslo in the first half were the opposite of what they're doing now. They were effective and concentrated, and they were holding on to the ball. Whereas now Hampstead are doing what Oslo did in the first half. So structurally, Norway Lacrosse just uses a really rigid and effective approach in building athletes with sound fundamentals, and they have very high grade coaching. Anything to add, Kevin?
Well, it's what you said. I mean, Oslo's been showing last few years what they're capable of. Unfortunate not to win it yet. Maybe this year is going to be different. But it's clear that you can see what you can do with a really good foundation on a national level. And I really hope it continues not only for Oslo and Norway, but for other countries as well. So maybe in 2, 3 years' time, we may not have one or two really big favorites, but might be 4 or 5 teams that can win it all. And I'm really looking forward to that.
So here we go. Hampstead with a good possession, light defensive upset, but good rematch. Short stick made a good bit of recovery there off the screen on 61. Moves across. That's a shot. And it's a keeper's ball. Bounced off him. The first one that he had bounced in. This one is not the problem. And now slow clear. 5 far side is open. He has the 6 goals to make that pass, but 14 is a much easier pass and sound choice in clearing that. He needs to make a step. Just by showing his stick to the front, he shows to the riding attacker that he's actually in a position to go. And one thing that's nice to see here is Oslo can actually rotate between 3 guys, so they can actually use the long pole to help them rotate faster. So they rotate through their own half. 14 now moves off on the long pole 17 in there, waits for 14 to come back to then set the numbers right. That's a fairly advanced level of team play, and it shows that they can work together. So this is a hugely important possession for Oslo, and they just need to not lose the ball, and that will do. They've made Hampstead make 2 big plays. It's 3-all, third quarter, nothing won, nothing lost. Just half the ball, put some air under it, and really just move it around. 24 will pick it on X is definitely the man that can play defense anywhere, and that will be a flag. So it's a free shot for White now coming up. Bit unlucky, and that was a quality shot, if slightly off the mark. 2-4 black will be with a push, technical 30 seconds. Depending on the time of the game, time left in this half, you may contemplate burning one timeout to clarify exactly how you're going to play your EMO here. Um, so we'll pick it sits. So the moment that the call goes, the ball is live. 30 seconds is enough for 1 or 2 cycles around the net, and then for a finish. 2-3-1 formation for now. 3 high on the crease. Shift to 94. 94. 6 has a look. 6 offers. And that is a heartbreaking goal. That is a heartbreaking goal by number 13, which is Sean Gibson, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's Sean Gibson. I'm not so sure, but it looks like Gibby from here. Uh, yeah, Sean Gibson definitely knows his way around the indoor court and also the outdoor, and that was a typical outdoor finish there. It wasn't particularly fast, but it was very hard to see, and it was exactly on target. It's a crucial face-off now for Oslo. They need to find a way to not give it to Hampstead easily. Hard is enough. Hampstead may have this ball, but yeah. So 44 is fast enough to cut down, and it becomes a 50-50 one more time. And that is all the things that you want to see if you're Oslo. You say, all right, we're not winning the ball, but then 23 doesn't feel like taking a step back and grabbing the stick short, and we're losing the ball over that. 19 on the dodge. 23 is not set up properly, but now better. Now their knees over toes. That's better. Keep the stick. He has to keep the stick high. He has to keep the stick high. Oh, that was a lovely little takeaway. 19 got stripped there. Didn't appreciate that. So that's a good dodge position for Will Pickett here. 24 to the. Here we go. He could shoot from here, but doesn't want it. That's a nice little feed, but it's not there, and it goes to Oslo. So two good plays, one not so good play. End result, Oslo gets it. All of this from an Oslo perspective. Oslo taking that time to clear, which is exactly the sort of choice you would want to make right now. You're ready one goal, and there should be someone there. Crafty little move by the keeper, and followed by another crafty little one. In as much as that, there is a 50-50 GB, 43 on the ball, 43 moving up, looking to feed somewhere, pass offered, and down again. And here we go. This is getting the sort of play where everyone's a little bit nervous right now. Everyone's a little bit more tired. So the thing that really matters is who can now pull through. Oslo on the ball. 14 looking to dodge. Will Pickett has a lot of minutes on him now. Not like he couldn't do it, but it's even Superman gets tired eventually. Oslo, ball high right. Space on the right wing. Oslo looking to go. Hampstead's attack asks for defensive pressure. That's not a bad shout because here we go. Overcommitment shot, and they can say thank you, Brian Vandenbosch, very loud because he has made another very good save here. So the goaltenders on either end of the equation remain the X factor. Everything else is kind of the same in my eye, but the goalies really make a difference. 18. My apologies. I'm not quite sure who their goaltender is. So Hampstead looking for a fast finish here. Oh, they're going to see it. That'll be a shot. And the goalie ate that very comfortably. Back to. Oh, don't complain. Play. That's your own guy. And here we go. So little niggly finish here with 23 getting a check of sorts. So we'll be interested to see what this quarter does. So Kevin, you're sitting in the. Austin walks up to you and says, "What do we need to do to win?" What do you say?
Don't let Hampstead score. Basically, it. You have the lead. Play it smart. They've shown the whole game throughout that lacrosse IQ wise, they can match up with Hampstead. Their goalie showed a couple of really good decisions. Yeah, that he showed. The team itself showed really good decision making. Just keep playing your game and don't let Hampstead come in like they did right after the half. Just keep possession. I mean, try to sneak in one more. They're in the perfect spot. Don't change too much. I'd say they've been doing great all game. Just keep doing what you're doing.
I'd say the same thing. It's more of the same. It's also if you think that this is a team you might see in the final, this is the sort of is the message you want to send is when wonder if we're ready for you when we can beat you. Um, saying that Hampstead definitely if they find their way to play, we saw flashes of their competence across the field, and that was pretty scary if you want the boys in the white uniforms to win because it was quite effortless. It was two quick passes, angled shot. There wasn't that much they could do. So it's something where Oslo have their hands full. I think the first battle to win remains here at the Axe. First quarter, they did okay. Second quarter, they dominated it. Third quarter went so-so. Second half a bit better of the third quarter. First half was pretty dire. So, and you see the adjustment Oslo makes. They're both their side. They're not necessarily saying we're going to win this. And clean win by Hampstead and a substitution. So good news, bad news. Good news, no fast break. Bad news, they have the ball. And there you go, 61's that guy.
More bad news.
More bad news. We're back to where we were 4 quarters ago, 3 quarters ago.
It's exactly what you said. I mean, Hampstead showed flashes of brilliance, and they also showed it takes next to no time for them to score goals. So they basically have to keep this up for 5 minutes and wear Oslo down, just like they're doing right now, just like they started off the second half, and they'll sneak away with the win here. But definitely not the the overpowering Hampstead that I would have imagined seeing.
Yeah, so one more time at the face. Clear win for face-off. 33 on the down pass to the wing, and a patience-driven decision. Possession is all they care about right now, and they can hold on to the ball. They don't need to move fast, but half the goals were in transition. So maybe you question that call and say, hey, push the ball a little bit more. But then again, they're very confident in their capabilities, and I'm sure that they can work through that. So 61 on the ball, up high, fake, buys a fake shot, goes outside, backed up by Black. That guy definitely here to play, definitely not here to look at anything else other than to try and win this game, and he seems keen to do it by himself at times. Will Pickett on the ball, wing dodge, well marked up by 44. Almost on the double, and a shot slightly high. And we've seen evidence of the reason why you shouldn't walk behind a goal in a lacrosse match, because someone nearly got hit by the ball. So nice recovery by 17 and White. Goes around, good defensive play. Feed all the way up. Expect to dodge to the middle. Here we go. Shot, bounce. Nice. That is a much more dangerous shot than what it looked like, because if that bounces ever so slightly further down and left, it is in the net because the goalie has no chance of anticipating where it goes. And it's in the crease. That is unfortunate. It's a white ball right now. And 17 starts the ball. Move across. Here we go. L-shaped clear. Everything's fine. All Oslo needs to do is possess. They skip that pass. I'd question the wisdom of that, but it has worked out. So 13:23 local time. Monster save by the keeper one more time. Got away with that one. That is not the possession we needed or wanted if you're playing for Oslo. And, oh, no one goes for the takeout. That's lucky. In other games, that's a burial right there. But good sportsmanship. So 22 on the ball. He's hard to separate from it, so he will just clear it by himself. Easy move up. Draws 3. There is someone open somewhere. 2 further down. 4 all. Fourth quarter. Crunch time. Key personnel for both teams on the field. 22 on the move. Cycle through X. 19 drive up. Step down. And Will Pickett comes through. That's why he's all word selection. When it counts, he's right there for you. So Oslo need to rally and work hard now. There is time, there is opportunity, but you gotta find a way to will a goal in now. I don't think that you can rely on Will Pickett to do that. Pun entirely intended.
And the first thing they need to do here is control that face-off. They haven't been winning the face-offs in a while now. It results in Hampstead ball possession. I think they just caught a lucky break there. Yeah. Let's see what they can do now. How they stack up mentally, because it is a blow. You've been leading pretty much throughout the game. Now you're behind. Minutes dwindling away. Let's see.
So 6-0 with an intense bit of defense that results in the player falling and him being awarded a hold. That could have been more with the second player rushing in, but referees call what they saw, and it's not a terribly unfair call. So here we go. EMO 30 seconds. Cycling through. Oh, and that's a lovely little sneaky finish. One step too late, and he tucks it away just past the keeper. What a crafty little play. One step to sunlight, and it's in there. And the Hampstead Lacrosse Club sees itself facing the exact same problem that Oslo have. All that work, all that effort, and we're exactly where we were 48 minutes ago almost. It's like, will someone please win this game? So, face off. The swing factor in this game. Make it a 50-50. Illegal procedure goes black. Goes both ways now. So, Will Pickett on the ball. He had the last goal. Can he do another one? Personnel moving. Everyone moves a step slower now. First quarter to this quarter, markedly slower. Arguably a bit more contemplated, but possibly a sense of fatigue has arrived too. It's the second game today for Hampstead, albeit their first setup today wasn't as challenging as today. And the same can be said for Oslo, who played Amsterdam. Amsterdam dispatched by Oslo earlier today. Oslo with a nice physical play there. And 44. He has done a lot for Oslo on transition and on individual play. A do-it-all midfielder that really helped them out more than once. And here we go. Oslo have the numbers, and they use them to their advantage. 51 chases after the ball, and 22 carry. He might try and draw a flag. Nice little button check there. Oh, that could over the head check. That's a double. That could be. Oh, saved by the post. That was beautifully done. 22 did all the work, and 9 did the right stepping down and working their way to it. So 10 and white on the ball, behind goal, moving into 22. 22 had a good game today, and that is one wide set of passes they've strung together there. Oslo on the ball, even score. What a game did they watch today, guys? And this is just the group final. Imagine what this could look like in the final. If this were the final, Hamburg and Nordia and some others might have a word or two to say about that. Yet to see our Czech friends. So exciting days ahead for European lacrosse, and this is great to see this level of play. Dodge on 22. And the athleticism of Oslo consistently there. They move and they move. 22 has the pace. And what a steal by 80. Will Pickett on the clear. He definitely is the man to save the day for Hampstead today. More than one occasion here. That's an important carryover. Not as important as his last goal that made it even, but it's definitely where you want to be. And now we're even on pipes as well. That was a hard shot. It may have moved the goal. So 61 on it. That was a hard push. Oh, he is all but gone, and that was not a call. No whistle, play on, and he's slow to get up. Everyone was a bit surprised that there was no call, and he goes too high, too late. Five showed for the pass, and it was either finish or nothing. So back and forth now, 61, and 0 shows why you don't want to play this game with Hampstead. 6-5 Hampstead at a rather unfortunate point of time in the game. And so one of the more important face-offs right now. Hampstead up by 1. Hampstead win the face-off. Hampstead get to sit on the ball for an integral part of this remaining game time. And let's just see. They stick to their Fogo though. They let the Fogo do the work. And he has about 50%, slightly under. And he makes the play. Still a 50-50. Still a 50-50. 44 on there. Big Stick can't quite get to it. Will Pickett makes the play. One more time. Will Pickett, MVP for Hampstead today. Makes a pass to 61. That guy pinches it across. And not quite in there. And it's not backed up, so Hampstead give it away unnecessarily. Let's just see. Clearing over the right side. Coming upfield. 44. So much time for him today on the field. And Oslo take that time to substitute. 33 carries, top center. 61 wants a piece. 33 doesn't want to let him quite have that. That check didn't really do much other than potentially aggravate the referee. That's a lot more what we want to see. And that's good body D. Oh, he's in the crease, so that'll go the other way. That's too much individual effort here. If Oslo don't play collective offense, it is hard to beat Hampstead. So, one more guy on him. Zero and black on the ball, looking to move. 1 minute in the game, 61. The referees are imminently going to call the stall warning. They're making no effort to score. They're making no effort to progress the goal. Whoever is the head referee makes the call. Here we are. The stall warning is in effect. And look at the referee close to the bench. That's the level of the ball. The ball is not allowed to cross. We'll pick it on the ball. Pressure from Norway on the ball. 61 is at the limit of the boundaries. Pickett, keep playing. There was a whistle from the other side. Wide pass over by 2-0. 23 on the ball. Looking to get contact. Zero moves into space. Oslo are not close enough to gain enough time. 61 makes a long flip up, ending the game. Hampstead happy to win this. I would say I would not be surprised if Hampstead sees these guys again, and I would not be surprised if Oslo come back with something to prove. Unfortunate way to see the end of a very strong performance overall, but ultimately Hampstead's prowess prevailed. Kevin, anything to add?
I think Hampstead is really happy they got away with this win. They showed two faces. They showed a couple of great sequences. They also showed that they can't let their guard down 1 second because there are teams now. Oslo is a team now that will take advantage of those. And as you can see in the score line, it's 6-5. I mean, there's not a lot more that can separate these teams. So really looking forward, hoping they meet again in the final because it would be a great one. But of course, it's still a group game. A lot can happen before Sunday, so we'll see who is in the final and who will be very disappointed not to be.
Yeah, I would say then the best thing is that this shows that this is going to be one interesting tournament to watch. We have 1.5 days of it left. Thank you so much for your time. Catch us on the next live stream here from Field B at the Galluccio Cup 2019. Thanks for your time and talk to you soon.